Here is my proof. This is sustained through my service in the U.S. military. Now, is this patriot enough? I have put up with a lot of in silence. Normally, I don't say much about things here happens unless it hit me. I just want to say that I came to this country when I was 18, just finished high school, came over here. So I'm 69 today. So if you break down in increments, 20, 20, 20, 40, 60, I spend more time over here than in the old country. I'm a U.S. citizen for quite a while now, but most of them weren't even born yet. And, I didn't come to this country to be sitting here elected official, okay? As I said before, unfortunate event happened to me when I was a couple years in the country, in Chicago, got beat up. And you heard this before, he went to court, he never got punished. And that changed the course of my career. I went to U.S. Army to serve 20 years, active duty, 24/7, and retire, okay? For too long, I have put up with a lot of in silence. Excuse me the language. Too afraid to speak out, fearing more abuse and discrimination. Yeah. Then when I come out of the Army, I say, I'm going to make it a better community where I go to, wherever I live to serve. I do my best, do what is right. And then, in the last few years, things are just getting worse and worse. People, don't get me wrong, people love me in this community. I love them too. But there are some ignorant people that will come up to me and say that I don't look American or patriotic enough. Now that really gets my goat. That as things escalate to a certain level, certain restaurants, a lot of Asian restaurants, they experience that too. And they are hardworking American, hardworking people, law-abiding citizens. Some even serve in the U.S. Armed Forces of America. Not Chinese Army, U.S. Army, U.S. military. I'm getting a little hot on this issue here. People question my patriotism, that I don't look American enough, they could not get over this face. I want to show you something. I want to tell you, because I'm not afraid. I don't have to live in fear, intimidation, or insults. I'm 69 years old, and I'm going to show you what patriotism, the questions about patriotism looks like. Here is my proof. This is sustained from my service in the U.S. military. Now, is this patriot enough? I'm not ashamed to walk around anymore. Before I felt inhibited. People look at me strange. And they to question me, my loyalty to this country. I don't look American enough. Now, last I read the U.S. Constitution, we the people, we are all the same. We are equal. Not this, you are more superior, you are not. We need to be kinder, gentler to one another, because we are all the same. We are one human being on this earth. Well, that's all I have to say for now.
Thank you, Lee.
That time, I think everybody was shocked. Even I didn't know I was going to do that, take my shirt off. I was just in the heat of the moment. I ripped my shirt off, show my scar. I thought, I need to show them what Americans look like. That takes all kinds of people, all shapes and sizes.
Can you make a knife? Yeah. You gotta make your blade first for the handle. I'm just straight bone. You can use any of the extra flakes that came off the blade. And eventually you'll create a groove the whole way around. Once you're about through, put down your flake, give this bone a snap. This is moose poo, wood char, pine resin, the sap from a tree. I heat it up over a flame, and then I just start filling this overall bone cavity. So now I put my pine pitch glue all the way around it. It's in there, it's nice and secure. It's the favorite part. I'm gonna wrap right below the edge of the bone. Once this is completely dry, it shrinks up onto it. Your blade will be nice and secure. Can you make a shield? Yeah. Got some pine. Now I gotta split it. I'm gonna use a stone wedge. Start the split. I'm gonna continue the split. Let's do the rest. So now I gotta flatten out the back. All right, now I need to bind them all together. Let's drill some holes. So this is just some rawhide lacing. Now that I got it nice and laced up, take some of this leather lacing, just make it a little bit tighter. Handle. There you have it, one shield. Do I really live in caves? Yeah. So what you see behind me is a little rock shelter. But before I can make this home for the night, I gotta make sure it's safe. I always want to look for animal poo, big hornet's nest, spider's nest, anything like that that could pose a hazard. I gotta check my ceiling. If I see a bunch of cracks that could fall on me in the middle of the night, I don't want to sleep here. The best place to look is on the bottom of the rock shelter. She looks pretty good to go. Let's cut some grass. Why don't I just sleep on the blanket? The blanket is too thin, and this ground will suck all the heat out of my body. One good layer of grass. I'm gonna grab one more, but I'm gonna also add one giant elk hide. That's perfect. We'll cover ourselves up with the patoo. We're out of the wind. We've got some overhead cover. I've got a good layer beneath me. Do I sleep in caves and little rock shelters like this? Absolutely. I utilize what nature provides. All right, we'll see you. Can you make a fire? Yeah. All right, in order to fire, I need 2 pieces of wood. One's gonna be my spindle, one's gonna be my hearth fork. The other thing I need for this fire is a good tinder bundle. Essentially, it looks just like a bird's nest. First, I need to make a little pilot hole, just like that. And I'm gonna burn it, very solid looking hole. Once I've burned in my hole, I'm gonna cut a notch. I want my notch to go right before the actual center of the hole. Applying downward pressure, rapid rotation of my hands, we'll get a coal. That's how you build fire. Coming off dash. Coming off dash. You're gonna shoot. You're gonna shoot. Front, Robbie. Go. Front, Robbie. Front, Robbie. Front, Robbie. Front, Josh. Mark him wieder auf.
Welcome to Quincy's Tavern, my friends. What can I get for you?
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Alright, the dinner rush kind of cleaned us out tonight, but I managed to save us some of the meat pie and some mashed potatoes. Let's eat. Alright, here we go. Cannot forget your vegetables. One's for you. Grace! Alright, tell me when. Tell me when. Tell me when! Welcome to Quincy's Tavern, my friends. What can I get for you? Well, we have anything you could possibly need. We have potions, weapons, magical artifacts, maps to places you need to go. What do you need? Not sure. Well, that's a new one. Everyone seems to know what they want when they come here. I think I know just the person who could possibly help you.
Hello, adventurers. I've seen many adventures over my eons of time, but I hear that you are having trouble figuring out what it is you want. My skill set is to help those who can't put to words what their truest desires are, bring them to reality. So tell me, my friends, what is it you truly desire? Interesting, this is a rare object, but I believe I can do this within 24 hours' time. Now, tell me, what is it you're willing to pay for this deal? Alright, make yourself comfortable. I'll see you back in a day.
Still awake, traveler? Can't seem to sleep, huh? I get that. But sleep is important. But it must mean that you must have a lot on your mind if you're still up at this hour, huh? I'm always of the mind that you must have a good snack. That might help. Little Champa, can you bring one of those over here for our friend here?
Hi. Sorry, I got a little hungry on the way over. It's always important to have a treat before bed. Sometimes you need to treat yourself. You deserve it.
Your Honor, I have reason to believe that the defendant is in the same apartment as the complaining witness right now, and I'm extremely scared for her safety. And the fact that she's looking off to the side and he's moving around, I want some confirmation that she is safe before we continue.
Miss Lindsay, where are you right now?
I'm at a house.
What's the address?
It's my house.
What's the address? Okay. Mr. Harris, where are you?
Your Honor.
All right, I want you to walk out to the front of the house. Show me the house number on the house.
Why? I don't even think this phone has the charge for that, sir. I'm at like 2% right now. I'm hooked up to this wall charger right here.
Your Honor.
We're knocking at the door right now for Miss Lindsay.
What?
The police are at Miss Lindsay's apartment right now, knocking on the door.
Miss Lindsay, would you go answer the door?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
You take your phone with you so that I know you're okay.
Hi.
Yes?
Your Honor, me and Mary both don't want the no contact. I asked if that be dropped. I'm sorry I lied to you. I knew the cops were outside. I don't know why I lied to
Mr.
you.
Harris? My advice is don't say anything else. Take the cigarette out of your mouth. The hearing is adjourned. Your bond is canceled. If you have $10 million, you can't bond out. In addition, the prosecutor is probably also going to charge you with obstruction of justice. It's the first time I ever had anybody sitting in the next room potentially intimidating a witness and assault great bodily harm. All right, don't say any more about it. Your bond is canceled. You're digging your hole You've hit bottom and you're continuing to date. Officers are directed to take him into custody on a bond violation. Bond is canceled. We will reschedule this hearing for another date.
Uh-oh, we want me here. What do you want me here? We got trouble in here. What do you want me here? Hey, we got trouble! You got a stick?
Will you hold this? Hold this. And this.
Do you need one out here? Do you need another body in here? What else do you do here? What was your name? Dominique. You all right? You all right? Okay. What do I need to know? If he does anything. Do anything with this one?
She's dead.
And then my uncle gets on the phone. He goes, "You're considered a princess in this country." And I was like, wait a second, what? When I was first adopted, my sister's friend looked over me and she says, "Now wait a second, is she black or does she just have a really good tan?" My sister said, "This is my new little baby sister, Sarah. She's part West African and part white American." And they were like, "Oh, okay." I had found my birth mother's family when I was in my first year of graduate school and my early 20s. So I found out she had passed away of cancer. I really got to meet this amazing family and started to learn about my birth mother, and I got to meet her sister, which was really, really cool. And then I realized, well, what was it like to be an African man in the 70s with a white woman in West Virginia having a child? Maybe I should give this guy a break, right? So the moment I got out of my own way and opened myself up and was like, wait a second, what has his life been like? why don't I walk in his shoes for a moment? A whole new, it's like, I don't know, this may sound crazy, but like this yellow brick road opened up, so to speak. So I wrote a letter. 4 days later, I get a phone call. And there's this woman on the other line, and she says, "Hello, Sarah. This is your Auntie Evelyn. How are you?" And I froze. And then my uncle gets on the phone. He goes, "Oh, Sarah, we are so happy you've been found. Do you know who you are?" And I'm like, "I'm Sarah?" He says, "You are part of a royal family. Your great-grandfather was a paramount chief. Your grandfather, your uncle runs a chiefdom of 45,000, now 70,000. You can be chief. You are considered a princess in this country." And I was like, wait a second, what? He said, "We're going to contact your father in Sierra Leone. He's going to be so happy to meet you." I get off the airplane and I see my birth father sitting there and standing there, actually so statuesque and so nervous. And it's like his eyes were talking to me in that moment, is as if they were saying, "Please like me, please accept me, please like me." And it was so beautiful. We took a ferry over that night, stayed in a small hotel, and then there was a knock at the door the next morning from my father. And he gave me this beautiful green African dress. And he said, "Sarah, I would love for you to wear this green African dress into our family's village tomorrow." And I said, "I would love to." And as we arrive in the village, there are 100, 200, 300, hundreds of people to welcome me. And then all of a sudden, everyone parts. And all the women of the village come forward wearing the same green dress that I had been given. And they were singing. They were singing, "But a tang, 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 but a tang, 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 pa-da-do, ah-do, way, poora Sarah go to." They were singing, "We're preparing for Sarah." And I had never met anyone there in my entire life. I was literally pinching myself. And I hadn't won the basketball game. I wasn't the homecoming queen. I just showed up, and that was enough. And it was so exciting and so special. They had celebrations for the next couple days. And then I got to tour around the campus of Boompeh High School. And my grandfather helped build the school years ago. And I started to see what happened after an 11-year Blood Diamond War. I saw people with missing arms, missing legs. I saw the roof that had been ripped off the top of the dining hall. And the reality set in that this is wonderful that I've come to meet my family, but I realized that's actually not what this trip is really about. I can't go back to the United States and go, "Oh gosh, I hope you guys work this out." I realized this is my family. This isn't the Blood Diamond movie that I can put pause on and just walk away. This is my family, and we've got to do something. I know all this didn't happen for no reason. For people of color, and specifically African Americans, we don't often get taught because people don't know about the continent, and we don't know about our African roots. And so we're only taught about slavery, which tends to make me go, "Oh gosh, not another slavery movie." Even though it's an important part of our history, it's not all of it. And I think what can be great about this movie is that it can actually take us back to knowing that we didn't all come here as slaves. We were Africans, mothers, fathers, doctors, lawyers, healers, everybody, and then made slaves. And there's this missing piece that I feel like I want African Americans to know who we are, like where we all come from, because it's been so long and we've been disconnected, but it's really our origin.
You remember me?
Oh, you come. Hi. You can really?
Yes,
Thank
I am
you.
back to repay you. For the semifinals, I accidentally went on the wrong bus to the wrong venue. Not even sure. Well, I had music in my ears and I wasn't hearing anything the people loading the bus were saying. But I saw the sign at the top at that bus stand saying athletics track. So I just went on, not even thinking about it. And I was in my phone listening to music. By the time I looked up, I realized, no, this bus is going the wrong way. I'm not familiar with any of this surrounding. Anyways, I reached the venue, and it's one of them aquatic place where some kind of rowing or something like that. Wasn't sure. But anyways, they were telling me that I have to come back to the village and then take another bus back to the stadium. And if I had done that, I wouldn't get there in time. I saw this volunteer and I had to beg because of course she's not allowed to do much, and she actually gave me some money to take one of the taxis that affiliate with the whole games, and that's how I was able to get to the warm-up track at the stadium and with enough time to warm up to compete, and that's just awesome. So I'm gonna find her this morning and show her my gold medal that I was able to get because she helped. So I think that's a nice gesture. So I made it back to the waterway and I already found her. Arigato gozaimasu. So I'm gonna talk to her. I'm sure she doesn't realize that I'm here and I'm standing right next to her. Sienna, you remember me?
Oh, you come. Hi. You can really?
Yes,
Thank
I
you.
am back to repay you and show you something. You were instrumental in me getting to the final that day.
Really? Really? You
Yes.
got this?
I won. That's just because you helped me
Thank you.
to get to the stadium. Yes, so I took a shirt for you as well.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I hope it fits.
Really for
Extra
me?
small, yes.
Thank you.
And I took back your money.
Oh, thank you. Sorry, uncle. ちょっと待って。Wow, wow, wow.
How did I get into tombstone cleaning? It's a long story, but I can give you a short answer. I was in the middle of an incredibly high conflict divorce and having to adjust from being a stay-at-home mom for 10 years to sharing custody of my children from Virginia to Florida. As you can imagine, this was a huge adjustment for me, and I needed a therapeutic outlet. I was doing genealogy research one day, came across someone else doing tombstone cleaning, and decided to give it a try. The whole process of the last 3 years has been a metaphor to my healing from the divorce.